Today is the 28th. I was out on the 27th, and my sub was supposed to play a video, and so in case you've been at home, I am going to start by just showing the 27th homework, and I'm going to work the last few with students that are sitting here right now in case they didn't get them. Just trying to show these until I get to the ones I haven't shown. Okay. So, looking at number 8, here we go. It's W plus 12. The opposite is minus 12. Gets rid of the 12s, leaving me with W is greater than 3. Making a number line. Okay. If W is greater than 3, I need an open circle at 3 and everything to the right of it shaded because it is greater than. Okay. This group knows I've been kind of going kind of slow as I went over these, so now I'm just kind of picking up the pace because I think they got it. 12b is 12 times b. The opposite is divide by 12. Leaving me with b being greater than or equal to 8. Switching pens again. Okay, here's a number line. We need 8 in the middle, 9 and 10, 7 and 6. Closed circle, closed dot. B is greater than or equal to 8, meaning we got to go this way. Seems like we always go that way, but it's just the way this piece of paper is, I guess. Okay. Number 10, C divided by 7. The opposite is times 7. Leaving me with C is less than 21. Making the number line, 21. Open circle, and if it's less than, we're going to the left. Okay. And then the last two, we got 7y, 7 times y, so the opposite is divide. Making a number line. 4 would be in the middle. We got a closed dot on 4, and if it's y is less than or equal to 4, we're going this way. And then number 12, we're going to add 4 on each side, leaving me with 9 is greater than n. 9, 10, 11, 8, 7. Open circle, and they want all their variables to shade in that are smaller than 9. Smaller than, so we need to go this way. That's what's tricking up some of the kids is when they are backwards. Now, so that is the homework from the 27th. The one thing I will remind you is to keep studying this measurement test while I'm just happen to have it sitting here on this table. It is the 5th. Some of us know it might be the 6th or 7th, but it is this information, and it keeps going. There's the abbreviations, and I even sent out these examples of how we will test you on Remind. Okay. So today, we are working with inequalities for the last time. We have one last thing to do with them, and it's easy breezy. But like I've told every class, it takes some pencil power. Okay? Because it takes some writing, and you cannot cut any corners on this. Basically, I mean, like, if I write it, you gotta write it. Okay? We've talked about showing our work on these inequalities and the equations last week. And we have to show the steps. That is the biggest part of it, is showing the steps. I really, really, really need you to write down each example with me. so that you've got really good examples. Please stop and listen. Now, I'm going to start out by just showing you one thing that you don't have to get out highlighters or anything, but I just advise you to look up here, okay? Just look for just a second. Of course, okay, so here we go. We are now going to determine if numbers are a solution to an inequality. Listen, each one of these, I want you to look at something. They give you the inequality. Okay. So, they give you this, and I want you to just watch. This is the inequality. Kind of like, to me, the math problem. What we're working with? The inequality. Please stop now and just watch me. This is the inequality. Even down here, those are the inequalities. Then they give you some solutions. The weird part is sometimes they give us 5 numbers and sometimes they give us 1. So looking at this, what it is these are the solutions that could work for the variable n. These are the solutions that could work for the variable x. These might work for a. And they're wanting you to tell me if they work. Going on down, honestly on these two, they give you the solution, like this is an n and that's an n. So they want to know if that n is going to work. There's a j. This is the j equals 20. They want to know if that's going to work. The reason I'm highlighting it is I need you to see that there is something important in between these two things. It is a semicolon. The reason it is important is when they type this thing out, so when it's done on a computer or on a worksheet on a computer, it can sometimes get squished together too much. You need to look for this symbol, the semicolon between the math problem and the solution. That's going to help you figure out, oh, that's the numbers they want me to work with. Because if you don't see that, it just kind of looks crazy. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to test each number, and it's going to take some squishing in under there. I'm going to have to write kind of small. I will admit, since the math problem is already written, I highlighted it in yellow, we're not going to write it again, but we do have to fill it in, our variable, with what we're working with. Okay, so just kind of watch the first one, and then you'll figure it out. Okay, it says 5 times n is greater than 10. And the first one that I'm going to try to do is 0. So I'm going to fill it in. 5 times 0 is greater than 10. Notice, step 1, I just filled in my variable. 5 times n is 5 times 0. I copied the rest of the problem. Step 2 is I'm going to answer the math part of it. Like 5 times 0 is 0. Okay? I'm copying the rest of the problem. Now I'm asking myself, is 0 greater than 10? No. So I'm writing no right below it. That is all you have to do, but you have to write this down. You have now done the number 0. Now we're going to go on to 1. If you want to cross them out, you can. That is up to you. Okay. So, going on to 1. I'm going to write 5 times 1 is greater than 10. Now I'm literally going to do the math. 5 times 1 is 5. Is 5 greater than 10? No. I have to see all 3 steps.
Do you have to do that multiplication?
You can do that or a dot. Yep. Yes.
Since it's giving us like 5 of these, and like 0 and 1 we not computed, and we know that,
Yes. You have to prove to me why you're putting yes or no. And this math is what proves to the teacher. So like 10 is greater than 10? Nope. Okay. Okay. So you can't, we can't skip any. And guys, I promise, I've done this lesson 6 times today. I realize it is what I call redundant or repetitive. It is the same thing. But that's just the way algebra works. We don't just say yes or no, like we prove why it works. And you're still doing algebra. Yes.
Oh, sorry. What if will there ever be one up there and none of them work?
There could be. There could be one that none of them work or they all work. Someone asked me earlier, do the numbers always have to be in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No, they could be out of order. It's just whatever they ask you. Okay. Yes.
Something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one worked. Wouldn't you already know they all work?
Yes, but you have to prove to me that they work. Okay. Yes.
When you do them, and whenever you say it to after he says yes, you have to keep going to the next one.
Yes, guys, quit. I love you guys, but quit asking if you have to do this or that. Yes. Your paper has to look like my paper. You have to have all 5 if there's 5 of them. You have to have 3 lines basically in your handwriting for each one. I could make it 4 by making you rewrite the original problem on top. Yes.
So, do we have to put a yes or no above the correct?
Just leave them just like that, guys. Just like that. Okay. So let's see. The next one. 11 minus x is less than or equal to 5. So we're going to put that 4, starting out with a 4, right there where the x is. So, 11 minus 4 is less than or equal to 5. Okay, what is 11 minus 4 though?
7.
7. So 7 is less than or equal to 5. No. Because you can't answer that till we get to the, don't try to jump on stuff. It's got to be. Now I'm going to do 5. 11 minus 5 is less than or equal to 5. So first off, what is 11 minus 5? 6. Is 6 less than or equal to 5? No. Now I'm going to do 6. Is 5 less than or equal to 5? Yes. Then I'm going to do 8. You got all this down. Keep going. If you know what you're doing, do the next one.
For number 2, number 6, you see how it's 5 and 5? Well, on the question before that, there were 2 of the same numbers, but you marked no.
But listen, you're not using that number for picking the yes or no. 11 minus 5 is 6. So is 6 less than or equal to 5? Does that make sense? Okay, and then this one, yes. Don't use that number, use that number. Is 5 less than or equal to 5? Equal to, so yes. I see it is confusing. When these numbers flip-flop like that, it's confusing. Okay, I'm going to do number 3 now. Filling in A. I got 8 plus 12 is greater than 20.
Well, I'm confused. So, do you do like 8 minus 5 or 11 minus 8?
No. Listen. These are the numbers that are supposed to be filled in here. These are what the solution are for the variable.
So do you figure out what the solution is? Do I do 11 minus 8?
No. Are you talking about down here?
Yeah.
Oh, now you do 11 minus 8 is 3. I thought you meant over here. And then 3 is less than or equal to 5. Yes. I thought you were way back on here and you were finding 11 and an 8. I was like, what? I'm confused. So like on this one, these are the 3 numbers that I'm fitting in for my variable. So I'm going to start with a 12 right there. I need to literally do 12 plus 8. Guys, if you were waiting on me, if you know what you're doing, you should be working on the back then. Otherwise, cutting up right now is not helping any grades. Now, number 3. What is 12 plus 8? 20. So is 20 greater than 20? No, it's equal to. It is not greater than. You've got to slow down. On the next one, 8 plus 13 greater than 20. You should still be filling in your notes. 13 plus 8 is 21. Is 21 greater than 20? Yes. All notes should be as beautiful as mine from every class period because I've done this in every class period. You should then be able to look back at your notes tonight if you need help. Okay. Now, the only difference with these 3 and the bottom 2 is that there's only one answer they want you to try. I realized that on this one, it looks like an H. It's supposed to be an N. I guess we just got a little happy on our letters or something. So you would fill in 7, and they want you to fill in the number 11. So 7 times 11. And for the first time, these numbers are super spread apart, but that's okay. Is 77 greater than or equal to 28? Yes. Go ahead. And then the last one, J. J is 20. So I'm going to fill in my 20 minus 15, and I get 5. Is 5 less than 28?
Yes.
Yes. That's all you do. That's all you do. This is probably one of the easier lessons. Okay? On the back, the first ones, I could only fit like 1 on that paper. So what I had to do was I had to do 1 through 8 on notebook paper. And then, because there's so many choices, like you should be trying 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you would have like 4 different math problems right here. I couldn't fit that one, so I had to just do 1. So 1 through 8's multiple choices, like there's a lot of different answers. And then 9 through 16 is just where they're asking 1. Just one variable. Does it work? Okay. Finish this for homework. Use notebook paper if you need to. And I will be checking it tomorrow. Shouldn't be too big a deal. Should be kind of easy. Thank you.